nameless phantom begins a story of her limbless body that lays half buried. The shapeshifter may demand your trust, but it's only mischief and secrets he wants. Long ago, men and women fought side by side for a truth not written but through us survived. Rest while the whales sing as they seldom do, till I leave your side in the land of King Bluetooth. Bones and sacred stone recite the fury of an epic age, when a monster dressed in magnificent braids thirsted for riches fjords alone could not slake, nor the souls he'd frightedly burn in his wake. But tales of land and wealth lay in the west, so they raised the sails and put their boats to the test. The brutes assembled seed and steel what they could store, for their fortune was waiting on some distant shore. The Raven clan sought blood and savored the savagery, as hordes of shield maidens howled for victory, warring with Engles on beaches or storming their castle walls. Ah, how those rugged sea wolves devour them all. Remember the brothers and lovers who fell. Skull! Valhalla celebrates the warriors who died well. And hell for the priests and their pitiful pleas, when sliced and butchered by the kings of the sea. All seaside peoples were slaughtered in retreat to a mayhem of wielding Sikhs and berserker beasts, these beleaguered souls soon to be crushed underneath, when 4 kingdoms and 1 ruler resisted defeat. They collapsed in fear but gathered in the terror. Under the sickly king his sheep would not surrender. Behind Alfred and his holy shield all the natives rallied to stand, to force the heathens back to their own lands. But the crimson faces lament the old ways, of raging minds forged by the axe and blade, killing and dying in these blood-stained lands. Without the chaos, only Niflheim awaits such a man. But the raiders must bring the Christian god to his knees, so all of Midgard will belong to the dragons from the sea. And the children sorrowfully chanted, "We will not yield," even as winged maidens carry their fathers from the field. Yet we'd never rule the whole of Hebrides. Our steel was plenty, but their stones were many. We remained undaunted against an unwelcome truth. To take this land would lead to our doom. In time would the ravens abandon his sons and his daughters, as new gods and new men overtook their fathers. But it was the tides of Ram, too beguiling to understand, that dragged us to an island ringed in black sand. Those lifeless sands were buried in dark magic, with cursed winds colder and sharper than we imagined. But the discoverers carried their boats across, and a new Eden would soon blossom in the frost, where goats keep watch higher than the mountain snow, drinking the mysterious springs bluer than we'd known, breaking through to puffins in the cliffs down below, rising up above to nourish the wildlings in their home. Winter lights that lorded over western skies, how they burst in bold colours seen by few before they died, lingering o'er the boundless horizons and rocky hills, echoes of dancing and mating. You can hear them still. So we stayed our arrows and stayed our swords, crafting our homes alongside the fjords, as our hearts grew tender as never before, and the Valkyries rested, their blood spilled no more. As it did in the ones who came long before, fire and ice endures in the child of Thor, enduring in this land and its people like no other, a blazing cauldron welding the legacy together, where giants galloped in gardens of thief's root, and the fairies sang lovely notes on Skoga flutes, gone on the howling winds their weeping hymns, mourning the dead who came to an eerie end. Amidst the roaring thunder and piercing rain, a nameless phantom proclaims, "Outlander, you have come a long way," before returning to that evening vale with the secrets he held, from a time the world forgot, and forgotten you as well.